What's up guys, Hole here at H-Bomb Fitness. So today I'm going to show you a new technique that I discovered that you can do to go after your psoas. Alright, so traditionally psoas, hip flexion, little hip external rotation, but mainly hip flexion. That's what we're all concerned about because that pulls and makes that spine into more lordosis. So it's kind of more bone on bone, vertebrae on vertebrae. A lot of other complications, obviously, that anterior pelvic tilt, but it's a muscle that's just always tight from sitting. Yet it is an important muscle for power movements, hip function. So it's kind of one of those weird muscles that we are so concerned about loosening up, yet we need it for a lot of different movements as well. Okay, so this is the setup, guys. So I'm gonna just hold the camera like this. Okay, so do you guys see this pole thing here? Okay, so I have this pole. I'm just driving it into something about my hip height. Okay, it can be a wall, it can be whatever. And as you guys can see, as the camera kind of goes, this thing is going into my hip, or front of my hip. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm in a lunge position, as you guys can see, and I'm driving this guy into the wall. Okay, so basically it's as if a therapist or therapist's hand is just driving their whole hand kind of into the front of the hip. So if you guys can see this, hopefully. So I'm just driving this using my back leg, my body, into the wall. And as you can see, you can kind of contract. See how it kind of pops out? Then let it sink in more. Contract. Obviously that right there is more of a rectus abdominis. But you can kind of use this leg to kind of bring you into more flexion by kind of coming up and then down. So more flexion, less flexion, more flexion. Basically what that all is doing is just contracting, relaxing. So then what you can kind of do is just adjust this guy a little bit, get more of that iliacus, which is more along the ilium in there. And then you can kind of just lean into it. So I'm actually getting a little even like side pressure on this to get really deep into that ilium. But the main thing here, guys, is just relaxing. You can't just drive it in. You really have to take a deep breath, relax. So the next thing you kind of do is get into more extension. So now you can kind of, sorry with the camera, so now you can do is this. So now the setup is I have both legs in a kneeling position, but now I'm activating my glutes. If you see my butt squeeze, so now what I'm doing is I'm putting that muscle on stretch, and now I'm accessing it. So a little different. A little different than doing it with the flex knee, because that was in a contracted state. So now it's in a lengthened state, and now we're going after it. So just a different stimulus. But yeah, guys, this is kind of a new technique I've been kind of working on. I have a video of the trapezius with this kind of mechanism. But yeah, there you go, guys.